Okay, we are recording.
Morning from Chicken Hill Farms,
Lower farm.
the lower farm. We're processing for the first time ourselves our meat birds. They're not Cornish hens or meat kings. They're a dual breed. Their girls are good for laying and the boys are good for eating.
Bresse.
They're called Bresse.
Yes.
Want to spell that, Sarah?
Bresse.
So, we only have 5 to do, and it's our first year. We had other people butcher for us, process for us, and I wasn't overly pleased, so we're going to keep it in-house. I used to butcher as a younger person. So, anyway, this is our setup for our first time for 5 boys. We got our small kill comb on a tree that's sloped in, so when we put the bird in, slit its neck, and just bring, because it's windy as all get out down here today.
It's terribly windy. It's disappointing.
Yeah, so we'll just raise the bucket up to make sure there's not blood spray and all over that kind of stuff. Wait till they drain, which doesn't take very long. We'll take the bird out of this. Come down here. Because it's windy, we decided to put the scalding tank in the shelter.
Again, not optimal for the wind today. 50-kilometer-hour winds, so it is what it is.
Yeah. So we just stepped inside the shed in the box here, and we got our scalding tank set up here. You don't want the flame going out, so we're just going to do one at a time. Scald. Sarah's got neoprene gloves and
Other gloves.
and rubber gloves, so the feet can go in and get nice and clean.
We're just waiting for this all to come up to temperature.
And then she'll bring them down here. She needed a flat spot. We live on a hill, so it's not easy to find a flat spot. And this is our chicken, new to us chicken pucker we just bought. Bird goes in, tumble, gets all these nice soft fingers. Really interested to see how that works. They're supposed to be like 15-20 seconds, and reach in, pull them out, and they're all but feather free. And that's my worst nightmare, is when butchering chickens, was the plucking the feathers. So then Sarah will bring them over here to me. I'll put them down, and I got my utensils out all ready to go, my steel to sharpen, have a gut bucket, do the head and that kind of stuff. And then we'll go from here. We got a water hose here and a separate hose there
For the plucker.
for the pucker. We got a bucket with about a half a cup of vinegar in it to put the birds in very briefly.
Sanitize and rest for a second and cool them down.
Yeah, like 30 seconds, not long. And then they'll go in this one, which is ice water,
Pink bath.
and a little bit of any, if the blood is still in them, it will slowly leach out of the bird. It won't drain out because the heart's not in there anymore. You need the heart pumping to do that. So they'll leach out. It will turn pinkish. So they call it a pink bath.
A few minutes in there.
And then
This will be their final resting place.
ice water, an ice bath for a couple hours, 5-6 hours. It depends, I guess, how many birds you're doing and how big they are, because you want the body temperature to drop down. And then we ordered bags. Oh, I didn't bring the bags down.
But
This
we
is-
will scald those after.
Scalding, you put them in a shrink wrap bag. Get new scalding water up there. Put them in a shrink wrap bag, and we're about to start. So there's the boys.
So these guys we've been raising, they've had a great life. 16 weeks of running with the flock over there, doing their thing. So today's their one bad day. We withheld food for about 18 hours. It should have been 24, but
We only thought of it late last night.
yeah, so it's been about 18 hours, but I don't see much poop in there anyway, so yeah, they should be good sized guys, and they've had a great life. And yeah, this is the size that they grow out to after about 16 weeks, and these are supposed to be the most we've tried them before. We had a batch already. They're super tasty.
Very tasty. They're a friendly bird to raise. They're very active, as you can see. It's not like a meat king bird that sits there. They get so heavy so quick they break their own legs. It's not a good life for them. We want a good life for our birds that are going to feed us.
Yeah, so it's part of the your own food security and sustainability, and so
we're eating the eggs from the girl
flock.
Bresse, and the boy Bresse will be going in the freezer tonight.
Got a good life, boys.
Easter dinner.
Easter dinner. That's it from Chicken Hill Farms. We'll let you know how we make out.
So, this is our last chicken. We did 5 today. All right there in their vacuum packed bags. Beautiful little birds. Sarah's manning the propane and the scalding tank. Super good job there. Okay, we're going to show you. See the
180 to 195 degrees.
oh, a little bit of juice in there. Can you dump that out, sir? Going to vacuum seal them. We didn't show you any of the butchering or processing today, where it was our first time. Took a couple trial and errors, but there we go. Okay, Sarah's being very careful. Got neoprene gloves on underneath those blue ones. Putting it in there. 25 seconds or so, 30 seconds. And you see all the air is sucked out of that bag. It's nice and tight to the bird. Those bags are worth their weight. You go through all this time, effort, money, energy, and then you get your bird freezer burnt. So there, look at that.
Awesome little breasts. We're going to weigh them and see how they weigh up. I'd say there's probably maybe a 3.5 pounder, something like that.
Good sized bird.
Good sized bird. Awesome.
Good eating. So there's 5 for our freezer.
Yay. Very
Good job,
good first time processing chickens. Never done this before, so yeah, worked out pretty good.
Yeah, very.
Nobody lost any fingers, and very grateful for the birds, because these are going to be 5 great meals. Awesome.
Awesome.